This video is not just another content theory, it is actually the framework that I've used to help 18 creators generate over 500 million views in the past year alone. So I'm the strategist, the content director behind all these creators that I'm about to show you. So with Sam, we went from 200k followers to 435. We generated over 83 million views in 30 days, which is an insane achievement. He's already started his offer and he's breaking in more money than ever before. And the same goes with the Trading Geek. The Trading Geek was struggling to get anywhere past 85k followers. He kept going past it and then losing, and it just was a typical plateau. We got him from 85k to 111, and then one of the craziest of them all, which is usually what people ask for, is that they want to go from like 9k followers all the way up to like 186,000. They want to become social media stars, which is what we've done before. It just takes a lot more time. And this framework that I'm about to show you, which I've got it all planned out for you, so it's very, very easy to be walked through, is what I've used to help all these guys out. And it is from 1200 plus hours analyzing the top 1% creators, because people like Iman Gadzhi, they've built these content ecosystems that automatically convert. What you're looking at isn't just some accident. Everything they do is calculated, and this is exactly what I instruct all my clients to do, is that we want to become calculated systems engineers. He's actually implementing a multi-platform strategy that has originated decades before social media even existed. Like, I'm talking decades. And it all starts with this girl called Sophie. So here we have Sophie, where she wants to sell her cakes and her bakery goods. So what she does is she opens up a bakery. The instant thought is, okay, let's make some design decisions, let's make it look all good, let's make it look all pretty. So she's using the right fonts, whatever. And I want you to compare this to your Instagram front page or your TikTok front page, where people are like paying so much thought, and they're over-indexing on the Instagram bio, the covers, profile picture, the titles, the usernames. This is the equivalent. So she's got all of her best stuff on display. You can think of each and every individual one of these as an Instagram reel. So she's created an eye-catching storefront, large display window showcasing all of her best. And throughout this video, I'm going to be writing checkpoint. And what I mean by that is I want you to keep this as a mental bookmark in your head, and I want you to relate it to certain things in the video that I talk about. So number one, I'll give you an example, is that her storefront here, she's creating an eye-catching storefront. It's a large display. Those are her reels, modern day reels. So now she realized that it doesn't sell as good as she thought. She thought she could just create a bakery, which is like a lot of you guys. She thought she could just create an Instagram profile, start posting a couple of reels, and people will start flocking to her shop. But it doesn't work that way. So she decided she needs to start marketing. She didn't dance on TikTok, she didn't run FB ads, she did this instead, which honestly is similar. And she created a leaflet or a board with what her specials were, why people should buy from her, and just the deals, like the usual marketing stuff. And this is checkpoint 2. She also then looked into newspaper advertisements, but realized it's out of her budget. So, we're going to have to go back to the drawing board with that one, because at the time it would have costed her thousands and thousands of dollars, which in today's money would have been like tens of thousands of dollars. So she decided she needs to invest in prints, which is just handing out leaflets. So she went to the town square and started handing them out. Big issue she did is she didn't write the price on the leaflets. So that's where she contacted my company, Triangle Strategies, and said, okay, how do I optimize and refine this? So obviously we changed it a little bit later on, but at the time this is what she did. So she started handing out leaflets in her town square herself. Then she decided, okay, this is working well, I'm giving out people my leaflets, but I also want to now start putting them in mailboxes. So she was then creating leaflets that she would fold up, go to people's doors and put them through the letterbox, spread the word of mouth of what she is selling. But she now wanted to take it to the next level. Every creator gets to this point where they've done a little bit of marketing, but there's always that next step to take. So Sophie created a seasonal recipe book and put it on sale for $49. But it was obviously $29 for the first 100 people. The recipe book at the end had a CTA which promoted her new cooking classes. So when people would come into the shop, they would obviously buy a cake, they would buy whatever. They loved the taste of it, obviously the product was good. And then she also then upsold them by selling them the recipe book. And then while they were at home, they were reading it, they were trying it out themselves. They were like, well, I need a mentor, I need someone to teach me. And the CTA at the end, the call to action was, which promoted her new cooking classes. So here is Sophie. She's changed her outfit, she's now in a different setting, and she's teaching these 3 people, that might not be time accurate, but whatever, how to cook. But then she decided she wanted the new Ford. The new Ford, probably not Model T, because Model T was 1920s, but Sophie decided that she wanted a new car that was out. So she decided to launch a high ticket offer. Obviously you want more money, and this was the new thing. Sophie launched how to run your own bakery shop for $2,000, and The tagline was, learn everything you need to know to open and operate a successful bakery. This is now checkpoint 4. And Sophie now had completed her main story, because people were, coming into the shop. It was extremely busy because all of her marketing tactics worked, of selling recipe books, the cooking classes, handing out leaflets in town squares, and even she was getting even more people through, how to run your own bakery shop, because people were looking around going, wow, Sophie's doing so well, like she's making a lot of money, she's got this new car. So then she was selling even more people on her high ticket offer. And the reason I put this in a circle, this is usually how it goes, where people have a product, like it, they have a product, they start marketing it, they do well in marketing, they get more and more people, then they start doing these free lead magnets where they sell something for quite a cheap price. In the cheap priced item, they then give a CTA to the cooking classes, and then from the cooking classes they realize they can make even more money by upselling those people into doing the business themselves, and then they go and launch how to run their own bakery shop. And it's a circle, because if this does well, more people will come to the bakery shop, more people come here, more people get into the cooking classes, more people do the cooking classes, more people do this. So it's just an endless cycle of making money. And now you're wondering, how is this even related to Iman? Like, what has this got to do with Iman? Let's get to that now. So first of all, Iman, obviously before this step, he did his SaaS, he did whatever, but now he's got his product where he now wants to sell the digital launchpad. Iman took the digital approach, where he decided that his bakery equivalent will be teaching people how to make money online. As you can see, his digital launchpad, winning store, pathway to profit, so all these different courses that you could do inside his office. Just like Sophie's windows, he is showcasing his best product in this thing. You could think of these as cakes. That's what he did at this point. And then obviously to do the marketing, the modern day equivalent to handing out leaflets, word of mouth, and even putting stuff through letterboxes is TikTok and Instagram. But instead of every single video being of the bakery, he sells the lifestyle or the emotion of the product. So when you start making money online, you'll start, buying cars, you'll buy jewelry, you buy handbags, you buy whatever the hell you want, you get time and location freedom. He starts selling the emotion of it, and that is like the one step up for the bakery. It's like if Sophie wanted to optimize what she was doing, she would then go and sell, how does the cake make people feel? It makes them feel full, makes them feel nice, tastes good, whatever. I missed a little bit, which is the outcome that it gets you is that he sells this lifestyle. The lifestyle of old money, luxury, sophistication, yachts, boats, cigars, Van Cleefs, Porsche, you name it, is on this page. That's the lifestyle he's selling. So that's how he can get people enticed into something that's not a physical product. Because when you eat a cake, you can get an automatic, tangible feel of what the cake is like. It tastes good, it feels good, you feel happy, you feel good. So he has to actually sell the lifestyle that he's getting. Key difference between you making money and you currently not making any money, or not making as much, is that you're not selling the lifestyle or the outcome or the emotional outcome that your product is going to get your people. So that's that. The triangle strategy we'll get to in a minute, because it's very, very key, but it's on his main pages. All of the videos on his main accounts, the main channel of communication, are created to gather as many eyeballs as possible. So you can think of this as the bakery storefront, you can think of this as the leaflets, the boards, and it's just getting people to understand who Iman is, what he has to offer, and what does he do. And this is the TikTok account, this is the Instagram account, they both have the same purpose. But where people go wrong is they'll look at what he's doing and they'll just put anything up on display. It's like, imagine you go to a bakery and on the front thing you just see like wallets. It says bakery but you see wallets. Doesn't make sense. Or you see like wallets, then you see cars, then you see cameras, then you see something else. People walking by will be confused on what you even have to offer. They won't even look at what it reads. They'll look at what they're shown and they'll just be confused. Checkpoint 1 is a storefront, which is your Instagram and TikTok pages. What does it look like? What are you showing the person, your potential lead, your potential client, your potential audience? What are you showing them? Checkpoint 2 is starting to market, which is your reels, your hooks, your whatever. Is it enticing? Checkpoint 3 are these lead magnets. So Iman's version of these lead magnets, where they're like little tasters of the big product that get people hooked for your future high ticket, is this. So Iman's version of the recipe book with a call to action, and he changes these every quarter because he keeps things fresh, is he launches these like free events or low priced events where he teaches you the first sort of module or the first sort of steps in how to actually do his final high ticket stuff. From this, people, they sign up April 27th to May 1st. People sign up, they get involved, they see future, they see a promise, they see something great, they know that Iman can teach them success, whatever, and then they get put into the funnel, which is what they call it, to the high ticket system, which is the equivalent of Sophie saying how to run your own bakery shop for $2,000, which is checkpoint 4. Checkpoint 4 relates directly into something that Iman's got going now, which is called the 8-figure license. And with the 8-figure license is basically how Iman decided to become famous. Honestly, it's exactly the same as this bakery concept. How Iman became famous, how he built the system, how he made the money, how he got the views, how he did this, how he did that, how he doesn't work to do any of this anymore because he has systems and a team, and how he's building his empire by making multiple versions of this bakery concept. So this entire concept that I just shown you, all this Sophie story, is fundamentally how internet money works. You create a product, you show people that they can do it themselves, you release small snippets of it. Then you realize you can make more money by actually showing them how to do this themselves. You teach people how to teach people. And this is the cycle they get into, and this is where the money is made. This is where like all the crazy profits are made, and you see it on Instagram all the time. So this is Iman's system, where he has the storefront, the leaflets, the lead magnet, the final product. Now here is the triangle strategy. So the modern day equivalent of what Sophie was doing is this triangle, where you have Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. These three, you can break them down into lead cultivators and eyeball bringers. The old sort of version of this was people would use Instagram to bring all the eyeballs. They would then funnel them to YouTube, and they'll put them in like a 30-minute video explaining why their product was the best, which was the lead cultivator, and they would end up buying the product. But now this is a revolutionary system where Iman's realized that he can put all these three systems into one sort of eyeball bringer system, which just streamlines the whole flow. Because as you know, the more friction that you bring to your client or potential client, the more likely it is that they're just going to hop off and say, yo, screw this guy, I'm not listening anymore. On his main account, where he gets so many views, so many subscribers, it is where he's bringing the most eyeballs to these videos. All these videos are so broad, talking about ambitious but lazy, trying to make 1 billion before 30, vlogs, day in their lives, ultimate guides. He is just trying to bring people's eyeballs to Iman. We've done something very similar with the Trading Geek, where I've set up a WAP for him where we pay people per 1,000 views, and people get into this video, and they literally create all these little clip accounts for the Trading Geek. Currently we're on like 300,000 views in the first 2 weeks. And it's like those 300,000 eyeballs, they go to like the Trading Geek's like high ticket offer. And this is just another system that is just new. It's a WAP. So that's eyeball bringers. You have clip accounts. You've probably seen Iman Gadzhi Reels. You see Andrew Tate doing this. You see all these guys doing it. These are eyeball bringers. Very similar to these two. You'll see loads of these across the internet. Then you have lead cultivators, where the new system now is, before what it would be is that Instagram and TikTok would bring the views to the YouTube, and like I said earlier, the YouTube would cultivate and convert them. But now, Iman, because he realized that he's so broad and he's casted the net so wide that he could get 10 million views, but only 1 or 2 people of those convert to his Flowsy, which is his 8-figure license. So what he's done is that he's created a YouTube account which is directly targeted to his ideal consumer. And his ideal consumer are people with agencies, people who are already making money online, that he wants to now take from like 6 figures, 5 figures to the 8-figure license. And he creates a whole YouTube channel with a bunch of cultivating content to get that ideal person even further across the line and get them so warmed up that they're just ready to sign on call. And all of that now comes us to this point where you get this sort of content going into here, they get converted, they get like warmed up here, and then from there they get sent straight to the 8-figure license, and they pay like 4 or 5k or wherever the money is. I don't know how much it is, but it's 5 figures, 4 figures. So now, how can you implement this from today onwards? First of all, what you want to do is you want to decide on what you want as your bakery goods. What is your product? What are you offering to the community? Is there something you're naturally good at, or just ask ChatGPT to give you some niches that have longevity, have upside, are scalable quickly, and that aren't going to die out. Because I know in the beginning, a lot of people went to drop shipping and they didn't realize how hard and crazy it would be. So like people are now doing more less saturated things like AI agencies and whatever, AI sort of optimization. And then once you've decided on this product, what I want you to do is use social media to strategically advertise yourself and your services or skills. Use IG and TikTok to bring in eyeballs. You create wider scoped content still around your niche, and then you use YouTube to cultivate and convert them. And you can also give them like more specific tailored content like the recipe book. So for me, if I really wanted to do like a lead magnet, I would do top 5 strategies to use on social media for like $20-$30. And here, offer your free or low priced items around your offer. And then once they're in that offer, you will then CTA your audience to the higher leverage services, or market your services directly to the more qualified audience, which is like this. he's like directly just promoting his 8-figure license to these people, because he knows that the 24,000 people that are in this thing are more than likely to convert more than the 5.5 million here. And honestly, that is how you make the money, and that is how you do social media properly. Is that so many people are just throwing shit at the wall, hoping what sticks, but there's actually needs to be strategies behind it. There actually needs to be systems behind what you're doing, and that is how you do social media properly. You implement what Iman is doing on your smaller scale, where you have a product, you do content around the wider circle to get people in, or you go straight to cultivating them through targeted YouTubes or targeted Instagrams, and you send them straight to your product and they end up converting. And honestly, since I started implementing this is how I've got majority of my clients' results. Obviously I use this in tandem with other strategies and systems that I'll eventually go into in future videos. Let me know if you have any comments, any questions. My DMs are always open and I'm happy to answer anything. And I'll probably give you some more like free tips and tricks that aren't stated on here.